Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the latest generation for the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Jailbreak. This model is finished off in jet black with a small hint of pollen. MSRP start right around $72,000. So we have a very performance-oriented American muscle car that has a lot to go over. So let's start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you will find the 6.2 liter supercharged V8. This model is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it pumps out a whopping 717 horsepower, 656 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent to the rear wheels, propelling this 4,400-pound muscle car from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. It has a top speed of 203 miles an hour. So you have a highly performance-oriented vehicle that you can also daily drive because it is very practical as well. Now, as we start up front, you'll notice the double snorkel design, which are functional to provide cooling to that engine, as well as the entire upper and lower grille, and even the cutouts on the inner housings. So these have been deleted as additional lighting. You have your headlights, DRLs and turn signals, and then more inlets to provide that cooling. Lower section has a massive front splitter with the please remove yellow tabs on the corners there that a lot of Dodge owners seem to leave on. And as we look at the side, this has a set of 20 by 9.5 inch wheels, finish off in matte black with the red Brembo brakes just behind them. There's the Hellcat logo, and then some very nice lines that run down the side. Pretty basic, I will say, but it has a nice flowing design all the way to the rear, where this has a gloss black or a matte black trunk mounted spoiler. There's a backup camera with the LED taillights, all of the parking sensors, and that dual exhaust, which we can take a listen to because this has remote start. Here we go. Just hold on that button and that is how you can shut it off. You can also use the key fob or the button underneath to release this trunk lid. Now, the back seats do fold down. You do have to be on the inside of the vehicle in order to do that, so you can get a little bit more space. You have your sub for the Harman Kardon and battery access located in the back. Honestly, pretty large space for this two-doored vehicle. So again, makes it very practical as a daily driver too. Door panel is also finished off in leather. You have the audio, split design for the storage there, and even memory seating adjustments. And then in order to get into the back seats, you do have to use the control down below. So it won't just move the whole seat forwards, but this is a 5-seater, and at 5'10", I really don't have any complaints in the back. My head is just up against the headliner, but you have climates, you have the armrest in the middle with cup holders, and it's, again, not all that bad. So if you had to ride in the back, it is definitely doable for full-size adults. And then we have very aggressive bolstering support to these front seats with SRT right in the middle there. Well, let's fire this back up, where we have the solid and perforated leather steering wheel, all of your cruise control settings. There's paddle shifters and your volume and tuning adjustments. And then you have Bluetooth voice commands, and then some arrows to further go through all the information in the middle. So you have a screen set up, so you can adjust this screen as you would like to. And then you have some normal information here that you can go through, and a lot of vitals. So you can scroll through these just depending on what you'd like to see, along with the performance tab. So you can monitor all of that information as well. You have fuel, as well as trip information, audio, and messages. Now on the left side, there's the foot brake. You have a trunk release, dimmer switches, headlight controls. And then for the infotainment system, the lower section is configurable. So those are not fixed. You can drag and drop as needed. So that is currently how it is set up. But with this system, I want to go into the SRT mode, where you can go through the different driving modes depending on how you want to set this up. You can also go into the dashboard here, where you have different drive modes, which is what I just showed. You can also get into your race options, so you can look at line lock, launch control, you have your shift light, and your race cooldown as well. And then the last one is your performance page. Now, while we wait for that, we have air vents on both sides, power and volume, as well as tuning. You have shortcuts to SRT, launch control, parking sensors, and even traction control. And you can turn that upper screen off if you would like to. But with it in the performance page, you can go through all of these, again, just depending on what you would like to see. So it's a very easy system to use. You have quite a lot of info that you can go through. All of your climates are laid out very nicely. You have the backup camera, and then you can shift using the shifter itself. A little bit of storage with some cup holders, and you have auxiliaries in the center armrest. Plenty of storage in the glove box. There's even a little bit of storage for your passenger on that side. You get a sunglass holder, garage door buttons, your dome lights, and this is a look at visibility. So honestly, not all that hard to see over both shoulders. And from second gear, here we go. And we're up to speed. Supercharger whine definitely sounds great. You can throw an aftermarket exhaust too to really hear the rumble from that V8. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel of the Hellcat Jailbreak. It's a nice place to be. I like the grips for the steering wheel. So it's definitely nice to grip. A little bit on the large side, but again, it's a large vehicle. So kind of what you would expect to go with the interior of this. One thing with the Challengers I always kind of get them on is their weight. It's a heavy vehicle, but they seem to handle their weight pretty well. More of a drag strip type of car, but you could take this onto some twisty roads. The handling seems to be very nice. You do have to go into it though with the knowledge of it. It weighs a lot, so it may not handle the tight turns as well as some other cars, but it's a good straight line performance vehicle, no doubt. With the power that it has, this is something that, you know, you can go through all this and really rip on and have some fun. But I do like the practicality of this. So that's why it is so large. Turning is also pretty tight, so it's very maneuverable for its size, especially with that quick turn there. But it's really cool that Dodge is really one of the only brands to offer this amount of performance technology in a factory vehicle. So if you're looking for the performance, Dodge is definitely going to give you everything that you need to go through. They want you to use your car with this performance tech in mind. So if you're buying this, I hope you're going through all this, monitoring everything, using line lock, doing some burnouts. This is what the car is designed to do. So it's very cool that Dodge is still creating performance vehicles that you can just take straight from the lot, break it in, go through all this, and really have some fun. So it's very cool. I wish other brands had a lot of this performance tech. So Dodge is definitely number one in their performance with it. But at the same time too, they've made a tamed down vehicle enough to daily drive and just enjoy as your only vehicle. That is going to wrap it up though for the latest generation Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Jailbreak. Once again, huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.